What's up everybody, this is Andrew Passler and I'm gonna show you a little bit about what I do in the day in the life of me cooking. This is a lot fancier of a meal than I'm actually normally making. I've only made this meal one time before and I really enjoyed it, so I thought it'd be something that I can show you. I'm an introvert, I live alone, and I try to be healthy, so this is more of a healthier meal than me going to McDonald's like I normally would. So I want to show you how I make that. So what we're going to be making today actually is it's like a vegetarian burrito, like a burrito bowl. No, like a vegetarian. It's a vegetarian rice bowl. So we're going to be making a vegetarian rice bowl together. You can make it as complex as you want. You can make it as simple as you want. I'm showing you what I found online. I did not make this myself. And if you want the actual directions, I will link it in the description below so you can check it out yourself. But I'm showing you, if you're not a chef, if you're not a cook, and you want to try different things, try out this recipe if you're trying to eat cleaner, because you will get a lot of, it tastes really, really freaking good. Alright, so obviously the first thing we're going to do here, I don't know if you can see that very well, we got the little rice cooker. Simple, super easy. Grab some rice. We're going to go with some jasmine rice. It's fairly simple. I'm going to go in here. We're just going to rinse this out a few times. Generally, you see how murky that water is right now? You want to get that rice down. I just put my finger there to hold the rice grains from coming out. Yeah, so I go about a 1/4 inch higher than what you would normally have. So I don't know how many cups that is. I find that as a very good rule. My rice comes out well each time when I do that, so it works for me. What I'm going to do is just turn on the little power button. White rice. We'll let that sit. It sits for about 20 minutes. Okay, so to make this really simple, we're just going to grab a few things. I have cucumber in a bag that I chopped up the other day. I've got an avocado, and I have some edamame, and it's in a little bag. Let me show you. What I went ahead and did is I got these edamame, I don't know, in a bag. It's frozen, and it's the shelled version. So I actually already went ahead, you just grab this whole bag, you throw it in the microwave for 3 minutes to 4 minutes depending on the strength of your microwave, and you get that going for you. And that's pretty easy. I put the leftovers in here in the fridge, so I'm just going to heat them up. Again, I just made this yesterday, so these are still good. You should not leave them out like all week. So this is going to be super simple. We've got our little cutting board here. We got that. I'm going to grab my knife and my honing knife, or my honing stone, and I'm just going to run this through about 8 times. And all a honing knife does is it doesn't sharpen your blade. It basically, I don't know, is that 8? I'm not counting. So what the honing knife actually does is it goes through and it just makes the knife, I guess it does make it sharper, but it's not actually sharpening the blade itself. It just basically grabs the ridges from the left and right side and then pinches them together to make a fine edge again. And then what we're going to do here is we're just going to make really thin cuts. And I'm not the best at cutting, so don't judge these skills. Let's just grab a bowl, just get that ready for when it is ready. So let's grab a pretty good sized bowl there, right? So we're going to put this aside. Okay, so now I think all of us know how to cut an avocado, but if you don't, I slice it the long way, and you're generally pretty good. You just grab and twist, boom. Just got these the other day, so they're pretty freaking healthy. And just grab it and flick it off. And right now I'm gonna put it actually in the bowl. And then making it simple, grab a spoon, put it on the end here, right? And then I'm just gonna go ahead and get across the edges. I actually went through the skin because I actually want to make sure I get all the avocado, so you can see that there's not really in there, like any in there left over. You can see I got the whole avocado in my spoon, so I don't like to waste it. I see a lot of people who just try to go through here and they just try to go through and get as fast as they can. And honestly, take your time because you don't want to be wasteful with your avocado. Avocado is delicious and it's expensive. I know a lot of people try to go through and they slice it sideways to make those long, flat ones. I'm not that good of a cutter, so I'm actually just gonna go ahead and cut it diagonally. You can see I'm not the best cook in the world, I'm not the best cutter, but I mean, they look okay, right? I know some people care about the presentation. I'm cooking for myself. I don't give two shits about how the actual thing looks like. All I care about is, does it taste good and do I want to continue to eat it, right? So right now it looks really, really simple. We just got that kind of going on right here. We've got some sliced up cucumbers. We got some sliced up avocado. We got the pit and everything already thrown away. Okay, so now what we're going to want to go ahead and do is we have some green onion, and I don't like a ton of green onion in mine personally. You can see here that in my fridge I actually keep like a little mason jar with some green onion in there. It's not looking the hottest right now, but they sit in there just to make sure they're still fresh. I'm gonna go ahead and just wash this off real fast, and we're just gonna use the green part. Really, I don't go down to the white part, but as long as it has roots on it, even if you cut it to like right here, you can put this back in water and continue growing your green onions. So we're gonna chop it right here, right? Get the little end. We can keep growing this. This isn't bad, you can keep growing this. The one thing you want to keep in mind is growing in your fridge, you're not gonna get a lot of sunlight. It still will grow, but you will get a better chance of growing this green onion if you leave it out in sunlight. So I'm actually gonna peel off this dead part here. It looks a little gross. And when you're cutting green onion, if you cut directly down, like straight, you can see it's kind of like, I don't know, can you see that okay? So if you're cutting straight down like that, you're not gonna get, it's not gonna cut as clean, so I like to cut diagonally. Can you see that? And then for this, we're just going on really thin strips, and we're just rotating through it. Rotating, I don't even know what I'm talking about, guys. You can see that looks pretty good, right? For me, that's enough. That's enough green onion to me, so we're gonna go ahead and throw that aside here. We have the green onions, we have the avocado, we got the cucumber, and we're sitting pretty good right now, right? So everything looks good, we're chilling. We got the rice still cooking right now, so that's perfectly fine. We want to make sure we prep everything. The thing is that if you're making recipes with rice and you don't have rice already made, it's actually not a bad thing unless the rice is to be integrated with what you're cooking, because an example of that is like if you're making chicken fried rice, you actually incorporate the rice with the food and you want to make sure that's already cold and already done. In this case, it does not matter. So we prepped all the vegetables, and then we're gonna get the sauces. We already got the other stuff ready. We literally just need to wait for the rice. So let's get that together and then I'll show you how to put this all together. So the rice is done. You can see there, looks pretty good. Oh, getting the camera a little bit. And I'm trying to do this with one hand. Okay, I gotta figure out how to do this. But basically, give me 1 second, I'm gonna flip this up. Basically what you wanna do is you wanna get around the edges like here, toss it, make it all fluffy and whatnot. So, rice is tossed, we're good. Put this back in here. Boom, I lied. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our bowl from earlier. It's a little dirty now because it has some pit stains and whatnot in it. We're gonna grab, I don't know, I think this much. We'll grab 2 scoops of ratio. Yeah, because I want a lot. So we got 2 scoops. It doesn't look like a lot on camera, but I promise it is. Everyone knows 2 of these scoops is pretty big. So we're gonna grab this stuff, the edamame. We're gonna leave it closed. Well, actually we'll pop it open just a little bit. I've actually never put this in the microwave again, so we're gonna throw it in there. We're gonna throw the edamame in there for about 30 seconds. See how it works out for us, okay? Okay, if you're checking out the instructions, it's gonna go ahead and tell you here. I'm trying to unscrew with one hand on this soy sauce. Tamari soy sauce, can you guys see that okay? Tamari. I don't know if it's backwards or whatever. We're just gonna, it says 2 tablespoons. We're gonna do, I don't know, what is that, 3? Whatever. Okay, but this is where the trick really comes in if you want a delicious thing, because just that right there is actually really good, I'm not gonna lie. But what we also want to try to include now that we got this beautiful setup going for us is we want to have sesame seeds, right? Sesame seeds. We're gonna want pure sesame oil. All right. And the best, carrot ginger dressing. So this specific brand is $9.99 at Hy-Vee, at my local Hy-Vee. You can make carrot ginger dressing really easy. Let's wash my hands real quick. You can make it easy. It's online. There's just like 4 ingredients really if you want to make some really easy one. But I'm going to show you what we do with that right now. So you can see we got this in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to toss this up. And what you're going to want to do, what I do is I go around the edge and I spin it around like that, so that way you're not crushing anything. You want to keep the rice nice and floofy, a little floof, and you want to make sure you don't crush the beans, right? So that's sitting in there like that. That doesn't look too bad, right? That looks pretty good so far. Whammy. Okay. The next part I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and put the cucumbers we smashed in there, right? Now, it says to lay it out like you want it to look perfect, you want it to look beautiful. I don't give a fuck right now. So we're gonna do that. Now the next part is let's go ahead and get that carrot dressing. Spread that on top of the cucumber. I'm a bit generous with the cucumber. Now, the actual avocados, we're gonna go ahead and place on the other side again. I'm just gonna throw it all in here like this. I don't care about presentation. If you guys wanna do this for Instagram and you wanna make your friends impressed and stuff like that, absolutely go ahead. I just don't care. I'm eating all this, right? So I'm grabbing all that avocado. That's enough for like 3 people right there. So what we're gonna go ahead and do now is we got that going for us. We're gonna grab the sesame seeds and we're gonna sprinkle it on top of the avocado and everything. You can be generous, do how much you want with it. We're gonna grab a green onion and we're gonna sprinkle that on top here. Again, I don't like a ton, but that looks pretty good, right? Grab the sesame seed oil and I'm gonna put some on top of the avocados. And there's a lot of avocados here, right? So I put quite a generous amount on there. So when this is all said and done, it looks pretty dang good. Let's get in there. Now, let's go ahead, let's take a walk over to my couch, because this is where I eat at. It's a little dark right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my time. I'm gonna watch some Cypher PK on Twitch. It's my favorite streamer. If you like Fortnite, he's fantastic. You should absolutely watch him. But please go ahead and throw up a like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. If you have any questions about how I sharpen my knives or anything of what I made, please let me know. Any feedback is great. So thank you. Have a wonderful week. Take care.